Students of Reddit, how have gotten expelled? Why did you get expelled? What would you do if a zombie apocalypse broke out? What type of people should you watch out for? Me. I'm right behind you and I'm gonna get you. The people at work who repeatedly remain untouched and even promoted when those around them lose their jobs or assignments. It's not just a coincidence. Pedestrians. Yeah, that you should watch out for them. People who are quick to anger. Hey, what do you mean by that? Are you talking about me? You got a problem? Whoa, Jesus, dude. No, I'm just reading these. Everyone. Yes, indeed. Any person who constantly feels the need to invalidate everything you do. No matter what you accomplish, they have done better. Your suffering is nothing compared to theirs. Their whole purpose is to bring other people down to make themselves look big. People unkind to animals. This is how I try to size up new people I get to know. I look at how they are with animals. The ones that gossip a lot. They can come in handy though if you need to spread something. Yeah, you see, you keep the gossipers in your back pocket for whenever you need them, but you really don't fill them in on too much normally. What's something you can't believe you had to explain to another adult? That the flu can kill you. A woman I work with very confidently told me that no one has ever died from the flu. She has degrees from Yale and MIT, so I'm really curious about what they're teaching over in the Ivy League. That the mermaid documentary Discovery did like 10 years ago was a fake what if piece. Very nice guy, but lost a lot of respect for him after that. Person I know thought that cruise control was governed by the cops, so if you could set your cruise at 85, then that meant you had permission to be going 85. Got real mad one day when they were given a ticket. How do you even get that idea? Like, what do you mean? Difference between country and continent. Australia has joined the chat. Okay, yeah, sure, Australia. I love when people write fiction. That instead of drinking juice, they should drink more water. But juice tastes better. I don't need water to survive, okay? Knew a guy who thought wind turbines would use up all the wind. An elderly relative thought that when trees were bending and moving on a windy day, they were pushing the air around and making the wind. That South Asian and the Middle East is not the same thing. That the movie Interstellar wasn't based on real events. Yeah. You mean to tell me we didn't send Matthew McConaughey to space and he went to the future? Why my sister shouldn't add oil when cooking bacon? Why shouldn't you do that? Because bacon makes its own oil/grease. What photosynthesis was. Yeah, my camera doesn't support that. That Rome and Milan are in Italy and not in Spain. That viruses that make humans sick are different from the viruses on computers. Oh no, my computer's slowing down. Oh, it's got COVID. Oh no. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you in front of your crush? My mom told me that when she was in high school, she had one of the bottom lockers that you have to crouch down to get into. She wore a floor-length skirt to school one day, and when she went to stand up from her locker as her crush walked by, she happened to be stepping on her skirt and stood up without it. I was 16 back when we brought our first computer home. My parents were already well acquainted with the computers. One day, I told my mom that a couple of my friends are coming over to play games on the computer. One of them was my crush, and my mother knew about her. What did she do? She couldn't find a picture of us together, but she found a group photo, cropped it, leaving the crush and me in the picture, and set it as desktop background on the computer. Needless to say, her little trick cost me a lot of leg pulling for several months. A big loud fart. It was in 6th grade. Luckily, she doesn't even remember it now. Yeah, you're lucky for that, I suppose. I cried in front of here because she told me that she already had a boyfriend. I cringe when I think back at that moment. On a first date with a guy in high school. We had seen a movie, then went to eat at the mall food court. He said something funny just as I had taken a big swig of Coke to wash down my food. I laughed and choked, and Coke and Chick-fil-A came out my nose onto the table. Believe it or not, he asked for a second date. I can believe that. It's not like you did that on purpose. Like, he knows that that's just something that happens, and probably liked that you laughed at his joke. This was before the twins were born. I has a major crush on this one kid who I had known for years. We started off as enemies in 7th grade. He was in 8th grade. A year went by and we got acquainted. He really wasn't that bad after all. The years went on and soon I developed a crush on him. I confessed and he was unsure at first. He said no for a week. I was embarrassed, but then a week later he gave me a chance. We have twin children together and he and I are engaged. This was before the twins were born. Interesting way to start the story. I was a tween and my crush finally talked to me at school for the first time, during phys ed. It was going great until I looked down and saw an absolute river of blood running down my leg. I had to throw out my socks and shoes when I got home and didn't talk to another boy until high school. Ooh, yeah, that one's a big rough. What is a soda that you can't stand to drink? Obama? Pepsi, because they didn't give me my jet. Vanilla Fanta or vanilla Coke? I've only had them once, but they taste seatbelts. Weird comparison, but I almost agree. Baking soda? Yeah, just never, it's not as good, you know? Red Bull or any energy drink for that matter, they taste like coughing medicine. You clearly have never had the sugar-free white can of Monster because, oh lord, that is dangerous. I don't know if sparkling water counts, but I'm never touching that nasty stuff again. Ginger beer soda. Oh yeah, it's disgusting. I thought it was like ginger ale the first time I tried it, and I was wrong. Grape. Oh, sorry you don't like artificial grape flavors. I guess I'll just take all your grape soda then. Mountain Dew. Even if it's bad, I don't care. I'm a Mountain Dew apologist, alright? Mountain Dew's for the gamers. Dr. Pepper. Such a weird taste. I can't even really describe it. I imagine battery fluid might taste similar. What is wrong with your taste buds? It's not even that bad. Cream soda is just bleh. I used to like it a lot more when I was younger. I have not had it in years, and I don't think I will. What would you consider to be a horror movie for kids? Gremlins. Literally the reason they invented the PG-13 rating. Too scary/violent for little kids, perfect for tweens and such. Coraline. Yeah, that's pretty apt. Like it's somewhere in between horrifying and still kind of cutesy. Monster House. It's definitely somewhere in the middle where kids can enjoy it and be scared, but like adults can kind of laugh at it because they do have some funny jokes. Return to Oz. Oh my god, I just looked up a picture. This is the movie where those creepy roller guys are, and just Scarecrow alone looks horrifying. Jumanji with Robin Williams was pretty scary for me as a kid. Yeah, Jumanji is a horror movie. If you look at it, it's like, my god, the giant spiders and Goosebumps. It's okay. Fun fact, Ryan Gosling was in the first Say Cheese and Die episode. Go look it up. Some Tim Burton animations like Frankenweenie and Corpse Bride, which have horror vibes but are mostly kid-oriented. The Witches. The original Roald Dahl Witches scared the shirt out of me when I was a kid. What becomes 10 times scarier when it actually happens? Having a family member go missing. Driving and losing grip on slippery roads. It's always a split second of fear and then your car starts going again, but it's always just, okay, we're good. Getting pregnant. Yeah, I can't imagine the feeling of discovering that. Going into your house and realizing you've been robbed. Better than being robbed while you're home. Yeah, my car's been broken into a few times. Luckily, they didn't take anything valuable, but it's still nerve-wracking knowing somebody got in. Squid Games. But what if, hear me out, Among Us. People who grew up in the early 2000s, like you were in high school in the early 2000s, what are we Gen Z missing out on? Making plans with your friends to meet after school at a specific spot in town, and you all just show up without calling or texting or confirming the plans again. Computers actually getting better every year. Playing video games that didn't have a psychologist and economist on staff to figure out how to optimally extract more money from you by making the game worse because microtransactions didn't exist yet. I do wish we could get back to that point. That's just peak. The joy of things not being instant, such as getting pictures developed and then the excitement and endless possibilities when digital cameras started creeping in. Or limited time around the internet, but seeing the opportunities and possibilities of it start to develop and become a part of lives. Going out without a cell phone, your parents only having a vague idea of where you are, no one tracking your every move. That's the only unfortunate thing nowadays, is that kids are tracked non-stop because parents cannot stop hovering, but it's like good to protect the kids, but also not because development is weird. Privacy. Too much oversharing on the internet/social media these days. MSN Messenger. Was it that great though? What is the worst response to, do you know why I pulled you over? Good evening, problem. What seems to be the officer? Aw, damn it. Okay, yeah, just give me a ticket. Do you? Because I let you? Said by the douche in the clapped Mustang. You think I'm unbelievably attractive and want my number? Don't do it. It doesn't work. I promise you. Because you couldn't pull me under? Because you couldn't make it in the military, so you spend your days hassling civilians? Remember, don't give the cops an opportunity to escalate to violence because that's all they're waiting for. How much money do you need to go away? Bribery also doesn't always work. What is the best thing you can do in America? National parks. It's really the only good thing we got going. Be rich. You can do anything here if you have money. Try out all varieties of foods originated from different countries. Will they taste authentic? authentic? Maybe not, but will you get to still try it? Yeah. Eat deep fried Oreos while watching lanky white men jump on the back of a off bull and get paralyzed from the neck down for your entertainment. You can become a president even if you're stupid. Unfortunately, that's very true. Walk from Mexico to Canada. Pacific Crest Trail. I didn't even know about that. I'm gonna maybe look into that. Leave. Why'd they get -3 votes? That's the best thing you could do. According to everyone I've killed in COD, my mom apparently moved to Canada. While that is a good option, I don't know if they really want a lot of us there. Who has the best burgers? Bob, obviously. Bob for sure. The Krusty Krab. Okay, are we gonna talk about real places that I can eat at yet? Big Kahuna Burger? You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris? Five Guys, but they are overpriced. They definitely are a little overpriced, but they kind of make up for it by just not caring how many fries they just launch into your bag. In-N-Out. It's alright. And that's coming from a California native. As a vegetarian, I like the Impossible. Impossible burgers are actually really good. Definitely give them a shot if you see them in your grocery store. What's a song that everyone finds annoying, but you don't? Hello Kitty by Avril Lavigne. Oh yeah, that weird phase of music where people were trying to do dubstep, but not really. Barbie Girl by Aqua. It is understandable to get annoyed by the song, but you can't deny it's a slay. Old Town Road. I can't agree with you on that one. I like Lil Nas, but man, that's too much. Selfie by the Chainsmokers. Really? You like that song? Okay, I can't judge. Achy Breaky Heart. Oh my god, why am I forgetting Hannah Montana's dad's name? Oh my god. Billy Ray Cyrus, that's it. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. I can listen to it on repeat and enjoy it every time. Good for you, I suppose. I guess you really like Christmas time. Despacito. People still think about that song? I've not thought of it in years. Baby Shark. I find it endearing. Are You 6 Years Old? Party Rock by LMFAO. It's dumb, but it's catchy and fun. Fun life hack. If you're ever really, really sad and almost crying, put on Party Rock Anthem. It's almost impossible to be sad listening to that song, either because you're just gonna start laughing or, I don't know, you'll just start dancing. Who knows? Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time. I've always loved that song. It is slightly annoying, but it's got charm. For what will you never pay? YouTube. That's pretty fair. I will say YouTube Premium is kind of a good deal just because of no ads and you're still supporting creators. We're not sponsored to say that. I do appreciate YouTube Premium. Condiments when ordering out or eating out. Any subscription to unlock a service on a device that I own. Be it a subscription to heat my car seat or make it go faster or to print faster, stuff like that. If I ever end up with a device like that, I will either hack it, ignore it, or throw it away, but these companies can all go F themselves. What made the biggest impact on improving your sleep? One of the bigger ones is definitely rain sounds, those 8-hour videos on YouTube of just rain. It's really nice. A consistent bedtime and wake time. Cutting out caffeine/coffee. I do want to try it, but it's so hard. Earplugs. My husband snores. Staying out of my bedroom until 1 to 2 hours before I'm ready to sleep. Probably getting off Reddit right now and actually going to bed at a decent hour. Yeah, I'd say that would improve your sleep a lot more. Taking melatonin. This is helpful, but do be aware that if you take too much too often, it kind of messes with your own body chemistry, so be careful. Having a nice, comfortable bed. Well, unfortunately, that's a privilege not all of us can have. Cardio. I guess I see it. Anytime I've done cardio in the past during the day, it does knock me out and I sleep pretty well. Mouth guard. Also, a good pillow. I should probably invest in a mouth guard. I've been told I grind my teeth and it sounds like the worst thing anybody's ever heard. If you were tasked to steal one thing from a random person's home to mildly annoy them, what would you steal? Nothing. But I'd tell them I stole something. That's actually perfect, because then they're just gonna be paranoid, what am I missing? Where did it go? Rah! The glass plate in the microwave. You evil monster. TV remote. That, or you can just hide it somewhere, because those things just end up anywhere. Toilet seat. This is only a good inconvenience if they have one singular bathroom. If they have a couple others, then yeah, they just have to go to the others. A single shoe. This one's very effective. Robin knows all about it. The knobs off the stove. Ooh, you monster. A single sock from their favorite pair. Do people have favorite pairs of socks? I just wear whatever I have until there's holes in them, and then I still wear them. All of their left shoes. Now that one's just mean, because then they won't have any shoes to wear. Their fingernail clippers. Oh, for me, I would just not be cutting my nails for a good few weeks, because I am so weird about going to the store to buy things I need? The flush handle on the toilet. What do you wish you knew in your 20s? Well, I'm there. I wish I knew what I was doing. Exercise. Working 10 hours a day on your ass in front of a computer will destroy your back way faster than you think. Working out your abs is not an aesthetic choice, it's damage control. Take care of your teeth. Cannot drill this into your head no matter the age. 5 years, 20 years, 80 years old. Take care of your teeth. Like I've said before, please for the love of God brush your teeth because I have 8 cavities and I can't fix it. My friend group and I all made the same 2 crucial mistakes a lot of people in their early mid-20s make. Worked too long at a crap job before moving on. Invested a stupid amount of time, energy, resources, and emotional heartache into a dysfunctional partner/relationship. Give yourself grace if/when these things happen to you. How you speak is more important than what you say. Fact matters, but only after they realize it. The first impression is how you describe it. A smart mouth person can convince people hell is a nice place to go. I'm 21, so I'm just waiting for you guys' gold nuggets. Learn how to identify toxic narcissistic people and stay clear away from them. They will steal your soul/life. 1996 lottery numbers. Yeah, it would have been nice to know that. How to turn soil into diamonds. Actually, I wish I knew that now. What's the most effed up thing you overheard in a conversation? I once was forced to take a 6-hour car ride with my mother, aunt, and grandmother. They discussed their sex lives the entire time. Oh no, oh, I'm so sorry. If it wasn't for my horse, I wouldn't have spent that year in college. What are you what? That's so stupid. How does someone drown underwater? Why is this asshole trying to listen to our conversation? You know, that is a scary thing to hear when you're listening in on someone's conversation. This girl says, ugh, I hate all these fat people coming to the gym. LOL. Just LOL. So wait, you don't like people being fat, so they try and go to the gym to not be fat anymore, and then you get mad when they're there. Pick a lane, please. You're not supposed to put the peanut butter on the dog. I want to know what the rest of that conversation was about. I was almost sold to a Canadian. I mean, hey, it probably would have been fine. You get actual health care. Which series is 10 out of 10? The Young Ones. Band of Brothers. Totally inspiring characters. And the best part is that they are actually real people that are interviewed as part of the series. Such a great show. Chernobyl. The Wire. Faulty Towers. The Sopranos. Woke up this morning, got some gabagool. Better Call Saul. The Good Place. Well-paced, good character development. It didn't overstay its welcome and ended in a satisfying note. I don't know how much I liked the ending, but they really can't end a show that does what it did. Malcolm in the Middle. 100%. Please go watch it. It's so fun. BoJack Horseman is literally the best comedy series ever written. History buffs. What is a critically important historical event that no one really seems to be aware of? Julius Caesar was assassinated shortly before beginning another major war of conquest to the east. Given how much the legacy of Rome still shapes the language, culture, laws, etc. of the whole world, a major eastern expansion that stuck like Gaul did would have major consequences. Invention of synthetic fertilizers. Empires have fallen from lack of nutrients in soil and one of the driving forces to conquer new lands. Even wars were fought in relatively modern times for acquiring natural nitrogen sources, mainly bird crap-filled tiny islands on the Pacific. It's the reason we can have large yield of crop to sustain large population and megacities as a species. I'm genuinely shocked/surprised at how many people know so little about the world wars and the severity of the wars, also the events leading to them, and just what atrocities happened during the wars, especially considering they were fairly recent. We should all be aware of past evils so we can see it when it tries to form again. From an American perspective, the 1870 Siege of Paris. Nobody with a general education in the US knows about this. We were too busy with Reconstruction. It simply isn't taught. I only learned about it because I was trying to get my head around the origins of World War I. I have never heard of this in my life. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. Genghis Khan's son died while he was in the process of conquering Europe. If he lived 10 more years, Mongols might have ridden into France. The discovery of beer. It's believed to have led to agriculture, civilization, and writing. How bacteria affects civilizations. The CEO of Costco saying he will never change the hot dog price. When he handed the company over to the next CEO, the new guy wanted to increase the price of the $1.50 hot dog. dog. Jim allegedly said, "If you raise the price of the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out." And that's why he's the only seemingly good CEO so far I've heard of. What is the worst household chore? Putting laundry away. I know I need to do it. I know I gotta do it. I won't do it. I'm sorry. I can't. I'll go with the dishes. I can't live without a dishwasher anymore. My first apartment when I moved out didn't have a dishwasher, and oh my god, we take that thing for granted. Cleaning the bathroom, dusting. It's such a bullshit chore. Let's push around some dust and make you lift everything to dust under it, and the great news is you can remove every single speck of dust and we can do it all again tomorrow, especially for anything glass or dark. Dusting can F off. Cleaning the oven. You know, my dumb thought the cleaning feature on ovens was just fully self-cleaning, but no, it just, like incinerates all the goo that's accumulated, and then you gotta still sweep out the ashes. Dealing with the cat litter boxes. It's an attack on your nose and your psyche. Cleaning the shower/tub. I've got no beef with the toilet or sink, but I despise having to clean the shower. Ironing. I hate it. I simply refuse. I haven't ironed anything in probably 20 years. I buy garments that won't need ironing or have them dry cleaned. Removing hair from bath drain. The amount of hair I pull out of my drain, I could probably make a wig with it. What amazing inventions became obsolete too quickly? MP3 players. Apple's phone battery. Yeah, but that one's on purpose. They know what they're doing. Beepers, VHS/DVD. DVDs are still around, we just call them Blu-rays now. Sega Dreamcast. I have a Dreamcast. I need to play a couple of the games because it seems really cool. Phones with removable batteries. As inefficient as it was cool because then you have like a cool reload animation. Antibiotics. They're not obsolete yet, but soon enough. Which dead celebrity would you bring back to life? Steve Irwin. Betty White. She needs to have 100th birthday party still. That is true. She was just barely there. Heath Ledger. Definitely gone way too soon. Robin Williams. Freddie Mercury. It would be interesting to hear how his music evolves over time or if he even bothers continuing a career. Amy Winehouse. David Bowie. Alan Rickman. Kobe Bryant. This is a great time to mention TMZ because they broke the story before his family even knew. Biggie. He was way too young. He would have made so much amazing music. MF Doom. Man, I really wanted him to do an album with Tyler the Creator. What is the most overrated thing in life? Rating things. Being popular in high school. Idolizing celebrities and taking their views seriously. The gravity of how other people's thoughts and opinions affect each other's lives. The idea that you'll arrive at some point in your life where things will be easy. It never happens. You never arrive anywhere. If you're lucky, you'll get better at dealing with your own mess of problems, but it won't necessarily be easier. Reproducing. Yeah, I mean, everybody's doing it, but it's so boring. Fashion industry. It's all overpriced garbage. Honestly, for me, it's concerts. Never Meet Your Heroes, Music Edition. Life. Life is overrated. Just a series of bullshit and bills to pay. Fondue. I think I've had fondue once in my life and it tasted so gross. I don't know what it was. Based on your personality, if you were an animal, what would you be? Do keep in mind, this is how we pick your personas forever. Sloth. Good luck getting anywhere, bozo. My mom says a jack. Well, your mom sounds mean. A cougar. You win. Yeah, I mean, fair enough choice. A dog. But like a year-old puppy that just learned how to hump things and cause trouble because of my general energy and playfulness. Did you really need to add the humping thing in there? Toad. Lowly, not self-important, or all that great to look at in the scheme of things. And yet we are folks who just the right sort of person is really happy to encounter. We are who we are and have a quirky following. Pig. Smarter than most people realize and will eat almost anything. A squirrel. Let me guess, you've been told you have ADHD a lot, huh? Chihuahua. I guess I see it. Little ball of anxiety. Polar bear. I can socialize but cope well with solitude, and my aim for a happy life is to eat, play, sleep, and repeat. Quokka. My smiles generally mean nothing. I think I said that name right? I have no clue. A bird so I can fly. No, I think you don't understand the question. It was like based on personality. Whatever. What would you do if a zombie apocalypse broke out? Kill zombies. Seriously, if people in zombie movies just stopped trying to screw each other over because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, for a few hours, they could just cull the damn zombies. FFS, they're unarmed, dumb bipeds. Why the F are you trying to go after the smarter armed people when you can just let loose on zombies? Head to a QAnon rally. Zombies would never look there. Oh, you see, get it because no brains? I get it. No change from any other day at the office, really. Go have a pint. This is a Shaun of the Dead joke, right? I only say that because only British people say pint. Lecture people on how a zombie apocalypse is scientifically impossible. Would you lecture people or zombies? Probably scrolling through Reddit. Okay, but if a zombie apocalypse did happen, the internet would be gone. We would no longer have the sufficient infrastructure. I cried at summer camp as a little kid. No way I would survive a zombie apocalypse. Nothing. It is pretty clear from reading an average comment thread anywhere they would starve to death. Become zomb. Fair enough. Go camping. I mean, you can try, but zombies do tend to wander. Students of Reddit, how have gotten expelled? Why did you get expelled? Okay, clearly you were expelled because that grammar is awful. Not me, but this kid got expelled for giving another kid purple nurples so hard they tore a part of the nipple off. Oh my god, they need to learn to chill out a little bit. My classmate got expelled because he threw a rock at a window. The glass shattered and injured a very unlucky teacher. For lightly slapping the teacher in the face for skipping the sex scene in Team America World Police. I mean, it's still a little crazy to slap a teacher though. A chick in my school got expelled for punching me in the balls. I got put in the hospital. She got put on the street. Not me, but one of my classmates peed in a girl's water bottle and she drank it. The boy got expelled. I think that's pretty fair. Someone in my school got tripped because of someone's backpack. Nothing really happened, but the backpack owner was kicked out because of this. That seems a little extreme. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. My name has been Brandon again, and I will talk to you another day. Bye-bye.